Isabel, this way.
Oh, your fingerprint is on here.
Sorry. Hello, everybody. Well, yeah, hello, everybody. Good afternoon. Oh my! I say put it on for me.
You said to put the password.
I didn't say to put password. I know I can log in. I just couldn't do it because I'm driving. I haven't stopped yet, so I can't focus to do it. Jeez. Mhm. Okay, so. So good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. So thank you for everybody who is here already. I was thinking about doing the live streaming in the morning, but after finally getting to drive from Broward to Miami, it's not a long drive, but it's so early. It's kind of it's not kind of early. It's very early. So it didn't really make sense to do it during the weekdays. So I think I'm just going to switch to afternoon afternoon talk. So we're going to be talking in the afternoon instead of the morning. It'll be way better. So anyway, but if you want to, I did do the morning talk today where I was talking about the gas shortage in Florida. Florida. In many parts of Florida. Some places don't have gas at all. At all. In Miami, like yesterday, there were places that didn't have gas that have gas now. And then there were places that did have gas. They have gas. That's what I noticed this afternoon. I have to go get some gas because my needle or whatever they call it is in the middle. So that's when you go look for gas. You can't go look for gas when you pass the middle. So it's ridiculous. And then yesterday, what I forgot to say this morning, yesterday, because my tire had got flat, so I needed to fix my tire. So, but one of my daughters went to take an Uber because she had to go to school because she had a presentation. When we went to order the Uber was like almost $20. Well, it was like 2 miles. This is something we would pay $7, $8 for before. I'm not sure if it's because of the demand. You know, many people probably couldn't find gas, so they were ordering Uber. Lyft was ridiculous. Lyft was like $30, and usually Lyft is cheaper than Uber. But that was crazy. That was crazy yesterday. So I'm not sure if that's why. The switch. Okay. So a lot of, like, see this, well, you can't see it on my left. There's a Chevron on my left. Yesterday I had gas. Now out of gas this afternoon. So what, in all this chaos, who's happy? People who drive Teslas and electric cars and all other electric cars, because they don't have to deal with this. You know, they just have to charge their car. That's it. They don't have to deal with it. But us who have gas cars, scrambling to look for gas. Like I said this morning, I'm not sure how long this is gonna last. But anyway, I did give some tips on if you need to, if you're having, because a lot of people complain. I don't know why people go and complain on social media. You have to be proactive, and I'm not sure why people are crying on social. Hollywood Boulevard and Fifth Street. By the time you get there, they're probably going to be out of gas, and it's going to be a long line. So you got to think outside the box. Like some places, if they have gas in the morning, maybe you should go a little bit early so you could get gas. That's a thought. But I don't know. Whenever there's a crisis, you should think outside of the box. You cannot think like how everyone is thinking. Everybody usually have one way of thinking when things like this happen. You have to think way beyond that. You have to. Why is this thing not thinking? And before I even continue, it was on my Freaknik video that I did. The Freaknik video that I did, it was a Freaknik video that I did. Somebody left a comment, but Uber had held it because it was inappropriate, but I approved it. I don't know where it went, because I needed to tell you person that left that disgusting comment talking about the Freaknik. Of the Freaknik, it was positive stuff going on that. What positive thing was going in Freaknik? Yes, there were consenting adults that went to those places, most of them, but some of them that got caught up in that stuff, they were not consenting adults. They weren't even involved in that. Some people were being spectators. Some people were just minding their business, and then they got attacked. Because why? What this Freaknik did? Freaknik was in lust, and lust can never be satisfied. Lust cannot be satisfied. So it got these men and other women revved up, that was on fire. Some people in heat. So these people, some of them was on fire. So it wasn't enough that there were women who were willing to, spread it wide open, have them touch them up, take pictures of them, take videos of them. That wasn't enough. They had to also get people that were not involved, because lust can never be satisfied. So they started touching other women, and then you say it was positive. You're sick. That person that left the comment, you're a sick person. You're what the Bible says, has a reprobate mind to say something. If that's what you do, that's what you enjoy and stuff like that, but don't say that's positive. What is positive about something like that? Even if the person is, even if it's, you can do whatever you want to do, but that doesn't mean certain stuff you should do. So I was looking for the comment. I approved it. I thought I approved it. I hope I didn't delete it. Probably did delete it. I don't know. But I thought I approved it, because you're supposed to press that check mark. But I couldn't find it. But yeah, you have a reprobate mind. And I'm going to put the hashtag so you can find it too. Because you're sick. You're sick. You're probably a person who watched nasty movies all day. To say something like that, nasty movies all day. And then when you splurt on your hands. You don't even clean your hands properly. You're sick, and people shouldn't even have their kids around you to say something like that. Because even YouTube thought it was weird. They had to hold it for review. Anyway, you see. So this is what I'm noticing this afternoon. This morning when I was driving, a lot of places that didn't have gas, they have gas now, and the places that did have gas, they do. And then they like facing each other. The ones facing each other, whichever one didn't have gas, have gas. The ones that did have gas don't have gas. So I don't know, it's like a tick for tack. Who knows what's going on? And then I also had spoke about So I can focus. Let me see. I think this place in the corner over here, this gas station right here in the corner, this morning it was full. Can't see it, but now it's it's still probably still a gas. Oh, now this place has gas. Oh wow, this morning it didn't. Interesting. Anyway, so now both of them have gas. I don't know how long. But I had also talked about what had happened in Chicago, the Chicago teen riot, or the teen takeover. And I remember that was years ago. I was at a service in that's gonna hang out with, who's in circle, who you are in the car with, who you are around, because you don't know what type of stuff that other person got into, and it's their time to pay, and then you're with that person, and then you end up getting caught up in the payment. And I'm seeing the degeneracy of a lot of stuff that was going on in Chicago, and people making them excuses, people telling you, and other people are saying it's not only Chicago, it's different places. This other lady said it happened in Detroit. So of course it's spreading because TikTok is the one that's pushing this thing. TikTok is the one that's pushing, well, not pushing, but that's where they rally up. TikTok, Snapchat, and all these different apps where they probably getting together to do chaotic stuff. And a lot of these kids, and then you, like I said, sometimes in the midst of these kids that don't have no home training, they mixed up with your child who do know what to do, but they just want to get along with everybody. So these other kids who have whatever curses on their life, they disrespected their parents, they disrespected the grandparents, they are left to their own doing, and then it's time for them to it's time to pay for whatever, how they're gonna pay, because when it's time to reap what you have sown, it could come in any way. So your child who just want to be popular, be accepted, wow, I guess you have to turn that way. I wasn't paying attention. So your child who is hanging out with them or is in their vicinity, and it's that day is for them to pay, and then your child is in the midst of that, and your child end up getting swept away, getting caught up or whatever because of the person that they hanging out with. But one thing I say, a lot of people need to get a hold of that. Well, some of these kids have been left to their own way. That's really nothing you can do unless you're gonna stay consistent. You put your foot down and stay consistent with whatever discipline that you're gonna, because that's the age a child come to. You can't put hands on them, discipline them with a belt and stuff like that, time out. You can't do them stuff. That is past already. So some of these kids gonna have to learn the hard way of life. You will make it in life. You will make it in life if you have manners, respect for people. You respect stuff. If you have something, you wouldn't like anybody destroying your property. But you have a bunch of people making excuses for them. You have a bunch of parents. And then I saw on Fox 32 News, it was a lady that was at a gas station. I'm not sure what happened in the gas station. And then I guess the boyfriend that she was in, the guy that she was with was trying to calm her down. She almost ran over the guy, and she zoomed off. That's why you have to be very careful when you walking in these streets. Pay attention. Don't be thinking, oh, the light says walk, I could go. You better pay attention because there's a bunch of crazy people out here. So she just zoomed off because she was going back and forth arguing with this guy. The guy who she was with, she ran. He was holding on to the door. She zoomed off. The guy hanging on the door. Oh my goodness, this is ridiculous. And then the way she turned, she lost control, because you know when you have an SUV, when you turn, you have to be careful because it can topple over. So her car toppled over, and then it was like the lady was like some type of She-Hulk. She just came out of the car. She came out of the SUV, bust out the window and came out of the SUV and started laughing. She started laughing because she was embarrassed, and she didn't want, she know people was going to laugh at her. Say, oh, let me laugh at myself. And then she started cursing and being belligerent. And I'm like, that's probably one of those kids that was causing the riots in Chicago. That's probably one of their moms, because that happened in Chicago. It's ridiculous what's going on with the youth. It's because a lot of people don't care. You can't save all of them. You can't save, because some of them, they won't be able to be saved. But if you could at least try to touch, speak to one or two. I mean, maybe there could be a change in their life. Maybe the trajectory, the way their life was supposed to go, it won't go that way. So anyway, I'm going to be on a quest for gas. I have some ideas where to go. Not in the area at all. But yeah, that's what's going on in Florida. There's a gas shortage because of the weather that was happening last week. Somehow it affected it. So that's what we have to go through. And I'm not be doing any more morning talk. It's kind of too early. I probably will do morning talks on the weekend. That would be better. But the afternoon talk, like live streaming, the afternoon would be way better. I think the afternoon would be way better, because even the morning I was like so tired. Sometimes I'm tired, sometimes I'm not, but this morning I was. So I will do, you see, like I was saying today, in Aventura, I'm driving Aventura. When you see it's yellow, stop, because they will give you that what's that? But in this area called Aventura, if you see the lights yellow, just stop, because you think that you made it, and then you always end up taking a red light, and then when you see you get that ticket, you can't fight that. You will have to pay that ticket. They don't care. So Aventura, Opa-locka, those places have red light, those camera traffic lights. I think Miami Beach have it, but Opa-locka and Aventura, those are notorious for giving you, you will get it and you won't be able to fight it. You will probably be able to fight it if you were turning, making a right, and then you didn't stop. Okay, then you can fight that. But if you took a red light, yeah, you're not going to be able to. You're not going to win that. So anyway, I think that's all I had to say. That's all I had to say. So no more morning talk. And then you could go back and watch the live that I did this morning. So I did give some tips and tricks. What tips? If you are in Florida, instead of going on social media and asking, well, not even asking, complaining that you don't have no gas in your car, think outside the box. Just think outside the box, and then you'll be able to figure it out. Anyway, that's all I had to say. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow, God's willing. Bye.